New at 5, a Madison man is identified as one of 3 Marines found dead in a car over the weekend. Officials say Lance Corporal Tanner Kaltenberg and 2 other Marines were found unresponsive inside a vehicle along a highway in Hampstead, North Carolina, just after 9 a.m. on Sunday. Now, Hampstead is about 30 miles south of the Marine Corps base camp, Lejeune. Now, local deputies found the 3 men while they were responding to a report of a missing person at a gas station. All 3 were pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators do not suspect foul play in their deaths.